Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Krayzie Bone.
I am the California bum, Keefe G.
I'm Angie Lifestyles.
In the building. We like to welcome Angie.
Yes.
You know, our new co-host.
Brand new.
To the show. This is her first time on the, well, first of all, we gotta tell y'all about the changes we're making to the podcast.
Right.
I know we haven't been on in a minute. It's been a minute, but you know we've been making some changes. To the whole situation. And the first change is we're changing the name again, people.
Changing it again.
I know. We done changed it like what? It's the third time.
It's all right. We getting it right.
Yeah. You know, but you know this is a show we plan on having for a long time, and we want the title of this show to really fit.
Yeah.
The topics and the discussions we talk about. You know, quick fix after hours. That was okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's
right.
That's more like
that was like if we was finna be
that's more like a
after
party.
Hour and club, and
you know
that people would think we just left the club and finna get it in and come talk. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you know, and and we was thinking about the red list, you know, but we don't want to do that. But we came up with a name, everybody. And the name of this podcast is going to be called Truth Talks.
That's right.
Truth Talks. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving truth a voice on this show.
Yes, man.
And the truth will be speaking all the time.
Hey, yo, you know, not to interrupt my man from doing the hell of a synopsis on this situation.
No, yeah.
But exactly what we came for, and that's when when he called me on the telephone and told me that thing, I said, hey, Truth Talks. I said, that sounds dope, Cray. I said, it sounds like what you just said right there. It sounds like you just gave Truth a voice to talk and say, hey, and Truth, the best thing about Truth is, hey, you can't blame it on me. I'm just speaking what's in me.
What's true. Exactly. What's true. So, you know, so when y'all look for us, y'all can put that hashtag Truth Talks.
Yes.
Every time y'all see that, y'all know that's us. It's officially us.
Yes.
You know, and like I said, this is Angie's first podcast on the brand new. So it's really like, it's really she here from day one. You know what I'm saying?
It really is, because today is Truth Talks, the beginning of this. And it's dope because, you know what? We've for the first day, and we doing this, and we've added a female perspective to the whole situation. So we're completely well-rounded. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. You know, and because with all the issues we talk about, you know, you just hear our perspectives coming from men. It's always good to hear the woman's perspective on all these issues, you know, because you know you be surprised. So we got that covered now, and it's right on time for this topic we're going to address tonight. So, you know, we've had our show about where we've talked about the fall of real men.
Yes, man.
We got on the man, the good, the bad, you know.
Yeah, we kept it real, even though things wasn't in our favor to even say.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We said things that that have to do with our people standing, you know, not sorry as far as saying men, you know what I'm saying? People that standing up. We kept it 100 about what they did wrong too. Is what I'm saying. We didn't sugarcoat it because we wanted the dudes at peace standing up.
Oh yeah,
is what I'm saying. Definitely. So people need that whole truth, not just the side of the story that makes us look good and the other side look bad.
We also talked about, you know, the kids.
Got to whoop their. Did we say
our children? All our children. We talked about that. Yes. You know, we had the episode. Y'all, if y'all ain't heard these episodes, you need to go back, subscribe, listen to these episodes. And tonight we're going to talk about the women. It's your turn.
Let's get it in.
Y'all ain't getting away.
Yeah. What'd you say, Face? He said, y'all ain't getting away.
They ain't getting away.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Hey, like Wishbone say, hey, ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes, indeed. So, so it's maybe we're going to talk about both sides, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the beginning, you know, the reason the woman was created, all that. You know
let's take it back. So, Face, you really talking about getting these people that finna kick it with us right now on this show, a whole synopsis and bring it back to the beginning of when women and men start indulging and kicking it together. So we're gonna take it back there and let them know from the beginning.
Adam and Eve.
I mean, we got to.
Okay,
man.
that's what I'm saying, Angie.
Everything that we talk about on this show, bro.
Right.
You know, is going to result back to or relate to God in some way.
It has to.
Because it has to. Because everything you do in some kind of way it relates back to. I mean, a lot of people don't acknowledge that. but it does.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the key thing he just said, too. A lot of people
And
don't
if-
acknowledge it. And just because you
And
don't
see-
say it's Sunday, it's still
Doesn't
Sunday.
make it
And see,
not
this is the
true.
thing, bro, and this is with all the problems in the world today. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, you know, they try to fix problems. You got a lot of people that's trying to do good. You know, they out here trying to find solutions to things. But see, the difference with people and God is people can only attack the symptoms of the problem.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To where the issues at hand in the world today, you got to address these issues from the root. Can't nobody uproot them but God.
Period.
Bottom line.
Yeah. That's
It's
good
not-
you say that like that.
It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everything we talk about relates back to God, because no matter how much people's out here protesting and all this, man, it's almost like you're wasting your breath.
That word that you
But
gave.
I don't want to tell y'all that because y'all might get mad at me. Like, no, we got to do something. Hey,
The
I mean,
word
know.
you said, symptom, kind of really just went off it like a bell in my head. It kind of unlocked some
Yeah.
more doors right now. And you know what? If I'm running something and I want just to, if I know that I can fix the symptoms, because when you fix a symptom, you have to keep
You have to
coming
have a
back.
cure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how we were saying kind of upstairs and stuff.
Right.
And it's the same kind of way. They know
Right.
that they're fixing just that little piece
Yeah, they
Right.
putting it's
to make you keep coming back, so that if they fix
it's
it all the way, it'll
no
be
pun
straight.
intended, but it's a
Right.
quick fix.
Yeah, yes,
Exactly.
yes,
It's a
Quick
yes,
fix.
yes,
You know,
yes.
they putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot
Open
wound.
Exactly.
No, that's the whole.
On
And
a
no,
gunshot
but
wound.
know that they're aware that, you know what, we can fix the problem, but we don't want to.
We don't
If we
want
do
to.
that, that'll be something
Exactly.
that's you talking about harmony and peace. Then
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying.
Right, so that just goes to say, you know, just letting everybody know, you know, if people say, oh, y'all always talk about this or talk about, well, hey, man, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I find it hard to leave him out when you have these kind of discussions of what goes on in the world.
It would
You know what I'm
be
saying?
it would be past us to do something like that, to really on the reels, to sit on the radio and talk on some, you know, things and act like we don't know nothing, and when we do know something, to see a train crash going on and just continue to tell you all about some shit that has nothing to do with the world. Dog,
Right.
we need our ass whooped for that. I would hope God would take the radio station from us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
but fortunately, He put us a little something into us, so the knowledge He give us is from Him, and we ain't even claiming it.
So let us get to the issue. And the issue is women. Yeah. What the hell is going on? No, you know.
Without us.
Ice Cube,
No,
or Easy
No.
East.
Okay, so let's just break it down. You know, the whole thing
Let it be broke, my
of
nigga.
the woman. You know, it is known that God created the woman
Oh yeah,
as a helper,
Right
Yes.
from the rib
as
of a man.
a complement
yes.
to the man. But you know that whole arrangement has been misconstrued by men. You know, I was just reading today that the whole reason how women started like being disrespected and discriminated against is because some men from Jewish men of the Jewish
sex.
faith,
Sex.
yeah, you
Not
know,
sex, but sex.
they started to like misinterpret the Bible and say that because the woman because of Eve did what she did, that the woman was cursed like that. Now, I'm not going to even lie. I used to think like that too,
I did too.
but I've seen that's not true.
But what made you
yeah.
change that thought? What made you guys change that thought?
I like where
process?
you going, man.
Because
Yeah.
I read further. I read other examples in the Bible to where God didn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? To where He used women just as much as He used men.
Exactly.
As riders.
You know what I'm saying?
We were taken from y'all's rib.
Right.
You know,
Right. So
to be a part, not
Right,
to be
so-
stepped on.
right. So
Yes.
Yeah.
and it says like as a compliment, a helper, and see in Hebrew language that could also mean counterpart.
Yeah, because actually it's much greater. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
So I'm saying
saying?
when
Yeah.
languages change, it's a
Yeah.
little bit. It has a more defined kind of
Yeah.
role that means heavier, because it's actually not a helper. Helper in English language, it sounds like not too much. You helping me, but
Right.
like how you say in another language, the Greek or whichever type of different language,
Yeah. So these,
counterpart means we're
Right.
equal pretty much. You just have
Exactly.
things I have different and things that we don't have different,
Right.
and when we put these
We
things
put it
together,
together
now we
and we
become
make one.
one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
Right, right.
saying?
So
A key to a lock, same situation. None's
Right.
good without the other. You know. They're
right,
just
so
friends.
they really distorted it. They really distorted it by saying that, you know, since Eve done what she did, then this is why the woman deserves to be treated as a lesser.
Subservient.
Yeah.
More have to. You're my slave.
Right. The submissive
You're under me.
one.
You
Yeah.
second. You don't even think I do the.
I think.
Because a lot of men are now crazy. That's good. You open that worm of cans, that can of worms, because a lot of men have taken that. That's why they took that. That's what we talked about before, where when men used to have rules where women can't vote, you can't wear pants, you can't speak in the church, you can't even
drive.
preach, you can't do this and that. And the coldest part was the preaching. Do you know there's still black churches today that will not allow women to be in the pulpit?
But
When the first
hold on, but hold on, let me stop you. But that is in the Bible, though. That part is in the Bible.
I know, but I'm saying, but
God says He reserved the preaching. Now.
I understand.
Women,
Yeah. That was
women still
interpreted.
do it.
I'm going to say it in
Yeah.
a way where, like, I read and was able to find out differently. It was saying it was in a statement of before, because women at some point can be gossipy naturally more than other things. So it was a situation, statement in the Old Testaments of that kind of thing. I forgot where it was, and I don't know if it was Paul or whoever that had that kind of situation, but I'm going to find that one. But what it did do, this is what I'm saying from what I do know. The first time someone ever was able to say, "Hey, Jesus risen," that was Mary or Martha that went to the grave. So that was the first person, man or woman, to ever even voice the New Testament and preach about Christ lives. I just seen him right now.
Lives. Yeah.
I just seen him. So I'm saying that was the first, and that was a woman. So there's men everywhere. So God gonna do what He gonna do. It's not that He favoritism man or nothing like that.
So,
it's just that was the start.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
I hope that's not so confusing or
No.
Long on way around.
No, but I found this other article, you know, earlier. It's like it was like, does God really care about women? Because a lot of women, you know, this is a question that women was asking too. Because
the weight.
Because a lot of women feel like but see, this is another reason why I always stress, and we always stress is why it's so important for you
yourself
to research this book for yourself.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you again. Don't let somebody else
Give me something.
Don't let somebody else lose your life. Real talk, like for real. If you're gonna lose it, at least lose it yourself.
Right.
Yes.
Research.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the number
Because
one.
you could, the way that, and I'll be brief with this too. It's sort of like the way people introduce God to people will make you think He doesn't want certain things this way and that way, and then you get your own relationship with Him, like my man say, which is so important. Then you say, "Man, He ain't say all that. You the one that told me He didn't. He said I can't come and smoke a cigarette in front of the house. He ain't say none of that. You told me to act like this, and man, you got me thinking a whole nother way about this person." So now I can't, or there's this great being that I was thinking I'm not even worthy to kick it with him, and he loved me the whole time.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, so in this article, it's like, okay, so these are some of the misinterpretations that came from what Eve did. From some of the, you know, like people just in the world. This is a quote. It says, "Sin began with the woman, and thanks to her, we all must die." So look, and then it say, then somebody say, "You are the devil's gateway. You are the unsealer of the forbidden tree. You are the first deserter of the divine law. You destroyed so easily God's image, man." Then it goes on to say,
men are saying?
Yeah. This is what men say. So
You got the one women say too? I did hear that.
Then it goes.
That's cold. Men, that's cold.
Then the article goes on to say those ancient verses are not from the Bible. For centuries, they have been used to justify discrimination against women. Even today, some extremists still cite religious texts to legitimize the domination of women, claiming that women are to blame for mankind's ill. Then it says, did God really purpose for women to be scorned and abused by men? What does the Bible say? So it clearly don't say that.
It clearly
You know what I'm saying? And you can tell, like I said, God used many women in the Bible to help further His prophecies. As a matter of fact, when Jesus first came back, He first revealed Himself to women. You know, they was the first ones who saw Him.
Day one. And he
You know
had
what I'm saying?
all the disciples, the men. No disrespect to the men, because it was written like that, and it was supposed to. He knows what he's doing. He knows who to give shine to. All the disciples broke, and I would have broke too. So I'm not disrespecting the cats,
Right.
because when they seen what was going on to him, they didn't want to be in line next. But this is what I will tell you: the women was coming to make sure that they just wanted to take care of the body and give it the proper things afterwards. And when they came there, shoot, that tomb was empty, bruh. Except for it was a person that they didn't recognize, but they kind of recognized.
And then and then I found it interesting because it says that it said when God said that Adam, you know, in the verse where he said he would dominate, when God said he would dominate his wife, he wasn't indicating, you know, that he was approving for men to be just like abusive to the woman.
By no means.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no trait, but
It,
see,
it
this,
says he was simply foretelling the sad consequences of sin on the first couple.
Right.
That's what happened. That was their punishment. He's going to dominate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're going to crave him.
And that's not
Like,
God's plan.
Right, but he didn't say, I'm making this, every woman is going to suffer
Yeah.
this because of her.
Right.
No. That's not how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm
Rightly
saying?
divided
That
truth,
was
my friend.
that was their sentence.
Original sin.
Rightly
That was
divided
their
truth.
sentence. It goes back to us saying earlier. That was their sentence. Just like you can't condemn all black people for crimes some people do, and you can't condemn all white people for
Yeah.
the oppression that they put on. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
True.
that's basically what they saying. You know what I'm saying? So people use this as an excuse, but it clearly says that that the Bible don't support that. So
Let me ask y'all this too. While we saying use things for excuses, it's like kind of not really like people. I don't want to go to work, so people use something easy for an excuse. My dog is sick, or my tire got flat. I can't make it in
Right.
today, for something you don't want to do. So a lot of people just don't sometimes want to even be a part of the thing, or they want to believe worse, and they make an excuse. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
the thing that is, it's kind of
Because
wild.
they've
yo.
got a symptom that they don't have a cure for. They're trying to blame somebody or something because they don't have the answers themselves. And the only answer you have is the Bible, is Jesus, is God. You know? So trying to figure it out yourself and blaming Eve for all women and everything that women go through is just a symptom like we've been talking about.
Word up, man.
yeah.
We men, Cray. Do you blame Eve? I never even asked you this before. You know what I'm saying? Now I've never even been asked that question before. So hell, I want you to ask me after that. But I want to know: do you blame Eve?
do I blame her?
Not blame her, but we're men, as a men perspective. Do you see it like, yo, you know how people, you just read the thing.
I mean,
off,
bro,
is what I'm saying. Like,
honestly,
it's seeing things.
I'm gonna be
talk.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's truth talks.
Before I was like, because it's true though.
Spiritually and humanly.
Sometimes I'll be sitting up thinking, I'd be like, if she never did what she did, bro, then would none of this what's going on earth be going on right now?
Word.
Nothing.
You know, a lot of older black ladies told me.
But it would never be. We would never have policemen. It would never be hospitals, prisons, none of this, bro.
Look,
it would never be.
But the world would be
none
all
of this.
overpopulated.
But here come the lady. Now some ladies told me like
it
this.
wouldn't be overpopulated, man. Come on, it wouldn't be overpopulated because come on, God got all the answers. He knows exactly what to
die,
do.
Though, so we'd have like 1,000-year-old old men, 1,000-year-old ladies just
But-
walking
but-
around.
but-
Like,
if that was the
pass away.
plan, now
No.
that's the plan. Now there will be there's gonna be a time like that.
But
You
what
know
is
I'm
y'all
saying?
that
actually is the plan. Really.
Was his
Yeah.
original
Yeah,
purpose.
for it to be forever.
That was
that's
his original purpose. When he made us, his original purpose was for us to live forever on
Forever.
the
Yeah,
earth.
that's true.
Eternity,
Yeah.
yeah,
On
you
the
know what I
earth.
mean.
Live forever
That's true.
on the earth. That's why, and in the Bible it says his original purpose has not changed until this day.
Because the way he kick it the whole time. He like, hey, I'm still kicking it. What y'all talking about?
Right.
Like
I'm still
my
here
nature,
regardless.
my nature is I'm going
It was
to be
supposed
here.
to be.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be. Man, it was supposed to be like we were supposed to be to the point where it ain't no such thing as no birthdays.
Yeah. Death
what's that?
wasn't there. In fact,
What do
death
you-
there was not.
What do you
death.
have to? What do you have to
wasn't
keep?
death.
What do you have to keep track of? Like we
Yeah, God don't wear no watch.
We got nothing but time. We got nothing but time on our
It's true,
hands.
though.
You don't wear no watch. You don't say, "Oh shit, it's 12 o'clock. I got to be somewhere."
We got
That
no
don't
time.
happen.
But
I
see,
feel
this-
you, Faith.
But see,
Yeah.
this is a whole nother topic we getting into right now. But it's just so deep, you know. truth talks. Once you start talking,
But
don't
back
shut
to
up
the
sometimes.
woman of the thing. That's why I was asking about the woman, the man. You know how we blame and stuff like that. Now a lot of ladies will say, and not just black ladies. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of ladies will say, well, how come Adam wasn't on his job and letting his wife sitting up talking to a snake?
That's true.
That's
Right,
what
where
they're now.
was
I'm just saying now
Adam?
because we
Right,
got
where
both
was
sides.
Adam
We have
right
both sides to say.
Yeah.
A lot of men say,
No.
you know, we
And
say
listen,
that she did this here,
Oh,
but why
you
don't
get the champagne bubble?
Right, he just poured him a glass.
Hey, so
Like,
no, but it's crazy you say that because I've always said, you know, what you just said. On top of Adam is the one who named all the animals.
Mm-hmm.
He named all the animals. That was his job.
Yes, he met the snake before. He met the serpent.
God gave him that job, and I'm
Right,
sure when
yeah.
you named that snake, the snake didn't say, "I don't like that name.
Yeah.
Give me another one."
Yeah.
He ain't talked then, nigga. So why did you fall for it?
But he may have, but this is now even now this is
But-
off the
but-
record.
but-
This is off the record
The
stuff. This is
devil
my
is
hypothesis.
the devil is
It wasn't
mastermind.
now what I'm
Yeah.
saying, it wasn't that it was the snake that is just because all the animals was out there. It's just that he chose to present himself
As a
into the
snake,
body of the
yes.
snake. Now he
Right.
could have been into the cow. That's why God punished everything. He punished the man, the woman, and the serpent at the same
serpent.
time. Even the serpent for being possessed.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that was Satan in him. But just because you was able to allow him to be a vessel in your body, you ain't gonna walk around like how you used to. Now you're gonna crawl around in your belly.
Forever.
You know what I'm
on
saying?
the
Woman,
Yeah.
you got to have child. When you have a baby now,
Yeah.
with Eve, I had it set up for you for when it
Yeah.
came out. It was gonna
So,
go bloop.
so,
right now, it's
now-
gonna be painful. There's gonna be labor.
And
So
man,
listen.
you're gonna have menstrual.
so
You
in
got
a
to
sense,
work.
You're gonna
so
have
in a
all
sense, what
sweaty
you're saying, like I was answering, sometimes I do feel that, but to a certain extent, you know, you can feel like yes, she messed it up for the entire human race because she did, but that don't mean that every woman should be treated
Yeah.
bad
Right.
because she did that, or should be looked down upon because it says
And they shouldn't.
God looks at them just as equal, even though He assigns certain duties or certain positions to the man. There's a lot that the women do inside the congregation as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To
Oh,
keep
man.
it going.
I mean,
Definitely, you know?
I must remember this story, and I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me for please not knowing the name of the of one of God's prophets that was going to go to war, and he was kind of worried about that because the opposition was kind of great, and he said he wasn't going to war without some female that was a leader warrior. You know what I'm saying, or whichever way. And she kind of told him the glory's not going to go to a man today if I go with you, because that's how sure he was. Like, I'm not going if she ain't going, because she was tearing things up.
Right.
Her and her crew. I forgot her name, but I'll remember it. You know what I'm saying? Give it to you guys later or something. Or read up and, peep it out. But it was like that. So women have done astronomical things on this earth. You know what I'm saying? God will use, that's why he's so dope, because he like, I'll use whatever. I'll use a mule to talk. One time he used a mule to talk to a person that was going somewhere, and they didn't know if they kept going, there was an angel in front of them that was going to be like, I'm going to kill you if you actually come into this realm, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, don't come over here
Don't
no
come
more.
over here.
But the animal seen it, and the animal started talking to the person that was riding him.
Right.
So-
But that's another situation. But I mean, it's just
So from all this, and we have, from everything that transpired with Adam and Eve, and everything that we know happened, now we here in modern day time, and it's a lot of chaos as to women.
the relationship is broke.
It's good and bad. It's good and bad.
Talk to me, man.
You got the women, and you got the hoes.
Damn.
Yeah. You got
it
two
is what it
types.
is.
Two
Shit.
types. You got what?
Does that stem from?
You got the
what
harlots?
Yeah. You got what? You got the wife, or you got
Said
the
harlots.
what? I don't even know what you call
Talk
it.
about
It's the
The
side
wife or
side
the
chick
hoe or the
thing.
side chick or
Side
whatever.
piece, because that's very prop. It's very popular right now to have a side piece type of
a
situation.
side piece, a side chick.
I know today it's a lot of competition between men and women. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point to where it's ridiculous, because it was never supposed to be like that.
No.
It was never supposed to be like the competition between men and women.
In one household.
They were supposed to work together.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to work together, not be competitive toward each other.
A thing called one accord.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's
now,
crazy.
do you think men? You know what, dog? I'm not even gonna say no think that. I know I'm not playing with it. I know the recipe of the things what happen too with the situations. For any we can get a man to stop to want to be a player first of all, then not even want to. We get situations where we're not planning to have a pregnancy with women or things like that, and so you get men that are not even looking towards you for nothing like that. So that now we're not going to be a family in the household like that. Then, or we're going to jail, or we're becoming men that like other men. So with the diametrics, I think that's a good word.
Dynamics.
That works. There you go. Of the family, you know what I'm saying, being torn apart like that. And it's almost making no one want to even be interested in becoming a family first and then making some children, having a plan for the children, all that kind of situation. We just sleeping with people and accidentally kids is getting made, and I don't want to fuck with you no more.
Do you think the woman
we're going distorting what God had planned?
Do you think as the women is do you think how women are today is better than they were like 20 years ago? Just
and what
morally?
No, I think women have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in
and
the
a lot
day,
of women blame it on men.
Yo, and I was going to say that same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Really?
I want to hear what a woman
That's
think. But
interesting.
that's real shit, Cray.
Now, what was you about to say though?
Well, I was going to say, because back in the day, I mean, women, we couldn't even wear skirts past our knees. You know what I mean? Like, we had to wear skirts that were past our knees instead of, like, you know what I mean? If you showed your knees, you were unmoral or whatever, you know, in society's eyes. Like, even smoking a cigarette outside would be immoral, you know? Like, back in the
I remember
way,
that,
like...
20s.
Yeah, back
20s,
then.
1910.
They still like that in some countries.
And you know how immoral... No, this is the word up. What's for when you do stuff and you don't do the other thing?
Contradictory?
Hypocrite.
Or a hypocrite, yeah.
And this is how hypocritical this was. The guys that was making those laws back then in 1910 and 1920s and stuff like that. Women can't smoke. Women can't wear... They had the things called speakeasies.
Right, yeah.
With the women that smoke and don't wear pants or skirts this long.
Right,
they shit is up here.
Exactly.
All the lawmakers, all the bootleggers, Washington, all y'all was over at that spot. Drinking, prohibition, the whole nine.
Right,
so I'm saying they're saying one thing and they're not doing another. But
oh yeah, definitely.
It's crazy how it was just presented, and it just made women a second-class citizen when men should have never. Those men did that because they were in power, and that's when people take God's authority to give to you. Like if God makes me tall and bigger and stronger, and I'm 12 years old and I'm stronger than all the kids, that doesn't make me supposed to be a bully to the kids.
Right.
Whatever it is, I'm supposed to reach the stuff that they can't get and be strong for them, not take it and torment them. A man was never supposed to, rawr, this my household. Bitch, you wash my clothes.
Right.
You better clip my toenails. You better...
Right.
That's not what God put a man in charge first for. He put a man in charge first for because he like, hey, I made you physically like this. I want you to watch this thing like that. Now I'm going to add to you some sense about the thing because you don't always think good. Yeah. She going to think good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking, go to the grocery store, nigga, just buying stuff all in the cart. She like, hold on, baby. We only got $200 with us, and we got to, we have to have our perspective. A man doesn't always plan out. So I got my counterpart. He meant it to work as like a team, a NASCAR. You ever seen NASCAR? When a nigga in the headphones and you driving, hey dude, you gotta come in for some tires. Yeah. He ain't saying it because he hating on you. Hey, I gotta come in, pull in for some tires.
But it's
He's
crazy,
saying my
though,
best interest.
Because it's crazy now though, because you know, the women are becoming like the men now.
Yeah.
Competitive, thinking like men, acting like men, and cool with it. We at a level now to where women are actually cool with being the side chick.
Oh yeah, or being called slut.
Yeah.
How'd that happen, bro?
That's a new thing.
How'd that happen as a woman?
They're actually cool with it.
I would not ever call myself no slut. I don't get it.
But even over at a side chick, to be like, you know what? At least he comes home to me. How does a woman say that? How does they? And I'm not disrespecting a woman for maybe that shit. Is that what the fuck it comes?
Yeah,
right.
He coming home.
Because I'm not trying to have my wife like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least she's... I can't have that statement saying at least she's coming home to me.
Right.
And she getting ran through by just... You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a family.
I can't comprehend that.
But
I don't understand that.
That is the dynamics of what the enemy wants to do to God's
That's
plan
true.
for a family.
That's true.
See what I'm saying? The way he have it for a family is like, hey, I kind of want you to get to know the broad or the female.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God don't talk like that, call them broads and females. I'm just
Right.
paraphrasing and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I kind of
definitely,
want you to know her
definitely.
favorite color. You might want to walk her down the street or something, you know, meet her parents. You know, get involved with her. You know what I'm saying? Know her before you physically lay down and know her. Because that part's going to be good.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? No, go on and get... Dog, men, go open the door up, homie. No, don't listen from them songs that say trust no bitch, and because that's what we grew up off of. All of our songs. I'm a baby from the 70s, so by the time I hit the 90s and start doing my sexual intercoursing and all that kind of
Right.
situation real heavy, every song that was on the radio was like about a female that was like trust no bitch and this and that about no bitch and don't take no bitch to dinner. You taking them to eat? You taking them to the
like,
movies?
what?
You opening a door, nigga?
And then get laughed at.
You a sucker. Yeah. You taking her to the prom? You know what I'm saying? All that type of, you know what I'm saying? It's just that stigma was in the air of like, man, fuck them hoes, nigga. We kicking, we drinking 40s and we chilling. We don't care about them. They just ornaments.
Right.
So our thought process kind of
Objectivity. Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
going around and plus your big uncles and cousins saying coming around like how we saying last night. Is you getting some leg? Is you getting?
Right.
That boy said leg.
Yeah, it's so much pressure. It's so much
Yeah.
pressure on the situation
I
for
heard
real.
That boy said leg.
So it comes to a point of the average young man's mind state is on not a family. He don't got
Yeah,
2.3
yeah, bro.
kids in his house or the white picket
Because there's
fence.
no-
He's thinking, I'm about to just smash this chick and I'll go to the next.
Yeah, because the young generation these days, boy, you be surprised how you hear these young dudes talk about females. I'm telling you, I just been the fly on the wall, just picking up kids from elementary school. I'm like, who's your parents?
Yeah. About to go
The hell's wrong with you? You stay the hell away from my daughter. You hear me?
You know, damn ice cubes. Talk about them.
Bruh.
Get away from my daughter.
Bro, real talk. So it's like the generation of men. So it's like it's crazy because you see the generation of women, and if, like I said, the generation of women is trying to keep up and compete with the men. Oh, how terrible it's about to be. How terrible it's about to be because, see, the women, what they don't understand is they have more, like, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know how to...
It was a word that came out in the mid-90s.
How to put it, but it's like, I don't know.
I got it. I know the word.
What?
It came in the mid-90s. Forgive my language of this stuff. But it came out in, like, late 80s, early 90s, and women would say, fuck niggas. That's when that shit came out.
Hold on. No, wait. I want to just say this. The world is very different now.
Sure is, G.
Very, very different.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Morals ain't the same. People don't care about integrity
Word, man.
on both sides. You know, for a long time you had women caring, and I'm starting to get worried now because the women don't even give a damn.
Nah. Just like we was talking about
It's
before
like,
with the
damn,
topic.
son. It's like, who we gonna run to cry? We ain't got no shoulder to cry on no more.
I gave half of it where it said, you know, and like I say, excuse the language when I was saying men have drove women to say fuck men. And then, but the other part that they used to say with it was, I could do bad all by myself. You know what I'm
just
saying?
like Steve Harvey brought up. He has that book out there. I can do bad all by myself.
Or act like a woman,
Or
think
act
like a man. Yeah.
think like a man.
Yeah, but there was so many songs back in the day, even still too, with I could do bad all by myself and all that kind of. In fact, there was a play like that.
That slogan is
Yeah.
Well, that slogan, act like a woman, think like a man, is even being used by some dudes today.
Really?
Hey, I wish y'all could see how he jumped up out his chair pretty much and came to the forefront of it with his red cup and say, "Look here."
Real talk.
But no,
Real
that's real traits.
Hey, Neil, man, you know man, you know, like, I think everything is deteriorating. You know, from like just we had the fall of real men to the way children are distracted by all the technology, how that's got their minds.
Yeah, and disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? And women are kind of left out there to deal with it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and balance themselves at the same time. you know, it's crazy, bro. It's a lot on them. It's a lot on them, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a lot on everybody. It's a lot on, if you're a human being, it's a lot on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot on you, period. The plan is and was and still is, by God, was for us to stick together and work it out together.
Yeah.
Not to go section off, isolate ourselves. Not for man to say, "Oh no, I'm gonna be with this dude," or a woman to say.
And we gotta have a whole nother shizzo about that kind of situation.
Or a woman to say,
"Woo, that's just a fact."
Or a woman to say, "I'm tired of these niggas. I'm about to go be with this girl." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
because she know how to treat me.
it wasn't never supposed to be like that. And no, I'm not, no disrespect to nobody out there. Whatever
No.
I'm speaking on my, you know, of what I know, or what I was taught by God. So that's what I speak on. And
yeah, none of this is hate and saying we don't like no lesbians. We ain't saying we don't like no dudes that like to sleep with another man. We ain't saying that. Only thing we was saying though, that shit was wrong. That's it.
Yeah, no,
and don't hate you no matter if you continue to do this. We're not finna hate you on this situation. All we saying is trying to, hey, it's put you on another freeway. Hey, this 60 freeway is crowded. Take the 210 to get to LA. That's all I was, you know. What's wrong with that information? I'm saying to somebody. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying this is the wrong way. Let's go this way.
Yeah, true.
Do y'all think women is smarter than men?
I think in different aspects, women were given, what am I trying to say? Women were given like a clear. I would have to say a lot of women have vision. A lot of men have, what is it called? They got a picture of what they want, but it's harder to get there without a woman. I feel like, because the woman has the vision. The woman knows how to ultimately, you know what I'm saying, plan, organize, set up calls, do this, do that. Not saying that a man can't do this all on his own either, but I feel that women, our brains, we're able to think about 10 billion things at one time.
Yeah, so you're basically saying to where, okay. I'm not saying no. I'm gonna give an example.
I don't think women are smarter.
No.
No.
I'm saying. So you're basically saying
you finna boil all this down.
No. I'm just saying you're basically saying a man where, and it's actually kind of true, because a woman, okay, like say like you got a woman in charge running the thing. A woman is gonna come in and finagle her way to power.
Yeah,
they're going. She
No. Saying that.
No. I'm just not saying sexually.
Sleeping. Okay.
No.
Like, wait a minute.
No. Hell
not
no.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like women have their way of doing that without having sex with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they would finagle their way and compromise and like flatter people to get the power, whereas a man coming in killing everything. A man coming in, we want that space. Can we have it? No. Boom.
Okay,
nigga, we taking that. We taking that, nigga. We taking that. You know what I'm saying?
So you said that's
there is a big
physical,
difference.
Yeah, physical and finessing. And it was two different ways. That's how even bank robbers choose a way. We're gonna strong arm you, or we're gonna give you a no. Sometimes gangsters do it that way too. They say, look here, we're gonna give you an offer you can't refuse, and if you do that, we gotta do another thing like this. But sometimes, women usually think calculated anyway. So I understand what you're saying on that. Men, let's go get him. You know, it's like OJ's plan. He's thinking, let me go. Had he talked to a real woman before that shit happened, but nigga, you can't go up there and do that shit.
Even in, you know, when you think about spirit of moment, crimes of passion, when it's usually a man that flips out. Like a woman will wait and pay your ass back later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A woman will wait and pay you back later. Like a dude, nigga, you walk in the house and see Oh, bro, you killing everything in that house.
I'm talking about the
right
roaches.
then, right there.
Have it be a fly in the house?
I ain't said roach. Goddamn roach.
If there's a fly in the house,
here
still
watching
flying.
You sitting here watching
Yeah,
it?
the fly got to go.
But real talk.
Everything. You a part of this because if you wasn't on that fly trap, I would still have my baby. They could just be mad. Oh, somebody dipping on your sugar cookie?
Yeah, okay. Real talk. So, okay. So now, here's another situation that I want to talk about. Let's talk about, the dress code of women. And women to say that they should be able to wear what they want to wear, even if it's hoish, and not be judged.
Yeah.
So.
Or, I wouldn't say be judged, more just be looked at a certain type of way.
Yeah, be looked at.
Like, if your breasts show a little bit, then, but why are you looking? Like, these are mine. I don't have these out for you type of thing.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, so now that's something I don't understand. Like,
me too.
When you, females, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you put that shit on with the intentions to get compliments. Bottom line.
They just mad when
and
they're wrong, they give them the compliments.
And when they come, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that ain't the compliment you was looking for.
Or that's not the way they wanted it. That's not how they were thinking in their head that they'd have it. Instead of they don't want to be whistled at, but we also
they don't understand.
We don't want to be whistled at. I said they, but because I don't really dress like that. I dress a little bit more. But anyway,
I never knew what was wrong with whistling.
Whistling was a good situation to say I like you, woman.
I don't get
cheeky baby.
I wouldn't get offended. You know what I'm saying? Females whistle at me.
But then
okay, construction worker females.
It changed from the whistling.
Take it off.
It changed from the whistling to the ski into the all that extra. Hey, lady. Hey, you. Damn, look at that ass.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Can I just walk by?
That is us too.
No. I think it is crazy. Just when the dude see a female, he be like, "Damn, baby."
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like,
hey, that's what's going on. Like, damn.
Niggas can't just go up and be like, "Hey, sister, you look very nice."
Dude, they even made songs about how did you even get in those jeans. There's songs about it.
Baby. They gotta come with corny ass. I'll be like,
because you know what, and that's the thing. There you go. When you say it right there, he said horny ass niggas. Sometimes females gotta understand there's some nasty niggas at the club now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what you wore is something that may have been, it's a sexy outfit, but there's some nigga that just wore, he clocked in, he got all his money, he don't got no kids and shit. That nigga done clocked in, got all his money out of the bank, took that shit to the club with him.
Man,
put on 4 squirts of cologne, he's trying to see some nasty shit.
I don't give a damn about, that's a lot. I'm wearing this because I want to wear it. No. You ain't wearing it just to go look at yourself in the mirror all day. You're not putting that shit on.
You actually wearing it so you can take it off. You know what I'm saying?
They just wear it to take a selfie and then take it off. Or they just wear it because they're like, well, I look good in it or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you wear something like that, you're going to expect. You have to expect.
I know men buy Jordans because they want women to look at them and say,
bruh,
I can talk less to you now because I'm wearing $100, $50 t-shirts.
Bro,
pull up in a certain car so I can show you that I did that. This is a man speaking.
Exactly.
This is why he's buying these things.
For real.
So he's thinking that's why you're wearing that short dress or why you're wearing this. He's thinking that. See, a man's mentality is like, oh, you're talking to me. He think that dress and shit in the dress code's talking to them. But women, you guys are smarter than us, so I know you kind of know that men think that too.
Yeah. Well,
maybe not you, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying just women. So I know they kind of know that shit, so I know it's like, they know what they doing, and they know that men are some visual creatures. Mm-hmm. See, we go off about what we see.
Right.
Now, when we see that kind of stuff like that, now, I'm not even going to be dirty with it, but derogatory either. But being with a skinny woman is the same as being with a woman who's very voluptuous too. Right. Because the inside part is pretty much, it's the same thing. But being visual creatures, women kind of know what they're doing when they dress sexy, wear a sexy aroma of cologne and the high heels that are just too high.
Popped up and the
booty popped, man.
All of that. So
you're wearing it to draw attention.
But then offended,
you're gonna get the wrong attention.
It's like we want attention, but then we get mad because it's the wrong attention. It's not the attention that's what we wanted, type of thing. You know, like, yeah, we go out, we dress nice because we want to maybe eventually meet somebody, or, you know, get taken out on a nice date or something like that. But then we get offended if we're grabbed up on, or if we're talked about, and you know, oh, hey, sexy, where you going, sexy, or, you know, so.
What would you prefer, Craig, being a grown man? We'd have been in clubs, we'd have hit spots and different things. I already, you know what I'm saying, kind of know, but what would you prefer? A woman, or does it even matter? For like a woman that's listening and doesn't know. That's what I'm saying. I almost finished the question. For a young child that maybe be getting dressed right now.
Because I prefer a woman.
19, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, whatever it is, you getting dressed, you going to a club right now. She may base this on this type of assessment. Does it matter if she has a short skirt coming in there, or if she's long, or if the skirt's long, or is it the overall elegant look about the woman? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's that look that's like, damn, I can't even achieve her. She ain't got that little short skirt on. She look bad. Like in Martin Lawrence movie and Bobby Brown, them, what the hell was that? Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yeah.
Well, when the lady came in the club just looking totally different than anybody else, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Elegant, classy, none of that. And they was like, damn, how can I get her? She's not just nobody to hit for the night. She's long term.
Right.
So I'm saying, is there a difference between the clothes, or do you prefer? Can you identify?
Yeah, I ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't want to know.
Hey, that was old 70 play answer right there. I feel like I was leaning on the Cadillac right now. I say, hey man, look at him, man. I say, hey man, look at should be doobie. Check this out right here.
You know, I
should be doobie.
I don't want no trollops.
Man, he ain't gonna do me.
I don't want no trollops running around there. You know what I'm saying? You got to have me a classy woman.
Staying back to my stable.
Yeah, but I never. Well, I ain't gonna say I never been into it. You know, because I've seen some women like, hey, how you doing? But,
yeah.
You know, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But like,
razzle dazzle.
Little razzle dazzle, but yeah, man, it's like I prefer classy woman with class, move classy, move discreet.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know you. You don't know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again too.
Right.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't know everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Not even just in that nature now. Not even to be nasty too. But you don't know everybody. That means when I go to the party with you.
That's Nate.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like 4-5 dudes just standing up like, oh, we already kicked it before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're kind of like maneuvering in a different way. It's like, you know, I'm thinking about the plans my grandmothers used to say, but I still want to entice my man. There's nothing wrong with mixing the kind of two. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Keeping up on the thing. I want families back is what I'm trying to say. I want to see parks with families on Saturdays and some Sundays or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A mother and a father.
Well, my friend, I have to tell you, you won't be saying that no time.
You know what the breaking heart truth though.
Yeah, it is.
As funny as that sound, OG.
You know,
you being 100% real though.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think those days are long gone. You know, it's sad to say, but you know,
family dinner at the table, no microwave. It's a wrap.
Everything's microwave now. We're the microwave generation because everybody want it now.
Want it now, fast.
Everybody want it fast, so everything is microwave. Boy, ain't nothing home cooked no more.
Damn, dog.
Ain't nothing home cooked no more. Everything is puffed up with steroids.
It's almost hard to even want to get someone's attention. Even with this stuff now, I do hope and pray that some of this stuff get to some of the ears who, you know what I'm saying, that slow down and decide to listen to it on this day. And I hope you show your kids or something, you know what I'm saying, or the young folks that listen to it too, you know, because some of this stuff is so detrimental to our ears, man, to get us to thinking a little bit different. You know, we got to change our whole aspect, but if we could think a little bit different, bro, just a little bit against some of the things that's kind of holding us up about different things, you know, at least look at our God as, hey, man, I realize what you done done for me, man. And I ain't just rolling my hair by myself, man. Thank you. That's all, you know, pretty much. Hell, you ain't got to jump in no volcano, man. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing like that. And, you know, pray 9 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it like, you know, how can I help you? Let me, you know, it's like how you got a rich friend and everybody always getting from him and stuff like that. And you just like, you know what? I don't have a lot of money, but at least here, I made you this thing. You know what I'm saying? Or either I'm trying to give what you gave me as my body or something back to you. I could do anything I want to do on earth, but I think I want to talk about your propaganda better. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm glad we touched on this issue. This is definitely something I want to revisit again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's so much to talk about.
I'm glad you initiated this idea.
So much to
Craig.
talk about. I think next time we come back and we touch on this issue, I want to, you know, definitely take some calls. Get some opinions of some people calling in, or we call some people.
We can call up some folks.
Just catch them on the, just catch theirs by surprise and ask them some questions.
What you think about this? You know what I'm saying, on the reels.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Just call people up, like, hey man, what you think about it? Like, huh?
In fact, y'all, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through, because Krayzie Bone got a lot of famous friends in his. He got famous friends and not so famous friends, all that kind of thing. Some dudes will be in jail. Some dudes, you never know. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna call some peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Going to collect.
We in the last show we did on the Quick Fix, the other show we did have our partner call from prison before.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, we had this nigga's on the phone whispering.
Hey.
These niggas up in there fucking us.
Dog. That shit was on the reels, man. Ironwood Prison, man. Shouts out to my man Nana Emmanuel Gazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hell, I can't say his name right there. Yeah, we gotta delete that part.
No, we going to jail, everybody. Hey, check it out, y'all. We we thank y'all for tuning in to this podcast. Like we said, the name of the new show is Truth Talks.
Truth.
Hashtag Truth Talks.
Truth Talks.
You know what I'm saying? Look us up. Subscribe to this podcast, man. Follow us because we making moves. We gonna be everywhere.
Wherever you watch your visuals at, or you listen to it, Spotify, whatever they have, wherever your institutions are to watch or listen to it.
It goes down. And yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all catch the next one. Like I said, subscribe to this, man, and tell your friends about it. Tell everybody about it, and go back and listen to all the previous episodes. And we'll see y'all next time, man. Thank y'all for joining us right here on Truth Talks.
Yeah, because the Truth Show does talk, man. The Truth got a voice now, man.
Truth has a voice.
Great Jack, you's a bad mother, and I ain't gonna say the rest of that.
And we'll talk to y'all next time. I'm Krayzie Bone.
I'm the bum Keefe G.
And I'm Angie Lifestyles.
And you have been listening to Truth Talks. Peace out.
God bless y'all.
Bye.